Hey, welcome back. Sean Casilli, Bay Real Experts, Coldwell Banker Realty in Panama City Beach, Florida. And if you're thinking about jumping into buying a condo, I got a FAQ that really conveniently came in from a customer making some, just some introductory questions about joining the Panama City Beach condo market and wants to buy one. So I figure we get these questions a lot. So I thought maybe I could do a video and hopefully help educate you guys in a couple of minutes on some of the big main points that are on people's minds when they're thinking about buying a condo in Panama City Beach, Florida. So I'm going to jump straight into it here, and I'll just kind of go, one question at a time and just try and answer them as they came in. So this was from a YouTube viewer. He said, "Hey Sean, we're looking to purchase a condo in Florida and came across your YouTube videos. We thought we would reach out to you. Ideally, we'd like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath oceanfront condo. We've just started to look, so not sure how everything works. Have several questions. Our budget would be around 300,000, give or take. We would like to have a town that has an airport nearby and things to do." Well, we let me address that first. We do have ECP. It's an international airport, but coming from larger cities, you're usually going to have a stop on the way here. So if you're coming from Atlanta, great. It's a one direct nonstop flight. If you're coming from other cities like New York or Los Angeles, you're going to have a stop. So check the date on this video, but the airport that is close to us, it's about 20 minutes from the beach. Depending on what side of the beach you want to go to, it might be just a 15-minute drive. But the airport is called ECP. If you want to Google that, you can check for flights that are coming in here, and it's just about 15 minutes away. Cut across 20 and drop south on Highway 79, and you're right at the beach. Pier Park is very close to that as well. If you're coming down 79, you would just turn east when you got to Back Beach Road, and it's just a few minutes from there as well. So let me get on to some of his other questions here. Well, he'd also mentioned he was looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Gulf front condo for around 300,000. Now, again, check the date on this video because market conditions can change. But right now, being directly on the Gulf, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. If you want to up your price point to about 350, we might have more options. Or if we get you in a building that is across the street and has a Gulf view, that may be more plausible. It's not going to be Gulf front. The other option is to consider, increasing the budget to maybe 400,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. He also asked about what other towns would maybe be a good possibility. I will say, any of our neighboring counties, you're going to get your best return on investment in Panama City Beach. The neighboring counties, they all rent about the same, but your purchase prices are going to go up a little bit. So if you're looking for the best return on investment, I can't recommend anything better than Panama City Beach. This is where it's at right now. Again, check the date on the video. Another question, are some oceanfront towns less expensive for your money than others? I think that was what we just covered. As you go further west towards 30A and Destin, you are going to see prices go up. But I would say that the rent may go up a little bit, but not enough to, if you're just an investor and looking at it from a money side of things, and without considering personal enjoyment, what areas you like to hang out in or what restaurants you like to go to. If it's just dollar for dollar, Panama City Beach has the best return on investment, in my opinion, in the area. Are there home association fees? Yes, all condos have condo association dues. Are those yearly or monthly? What do they cover? Does the fee increase often? So there's multiple parts to this question. Are they yearly or monthly? They are monthly or quarterly depending on the building. And what do they cover? That again depends on the building that you're looking at. So Do the fees increase often? Again, depending on the building that you're looking at, but a couple of different scenarios. There are some buildings where they haven't raised the HOA there in years. There are other buildings where you'll see the HOA increase maybe 3% or more per year. So it really just depends on the building. Now, what is included? There are a handful of condos where it includes everything, including your electricity. Most other condos, it will include everything but your electricity. So that includes even now Shores of Panama. Now again, check the date on this video. It includes the pool, where before it was a separate resort fee. There's a couple other condos that are talking about separating some of the amenities, but as of now, most of the condos will include everything on the property except for electricity. But again, it's a case by case scenario, so just ask if you want to know what each building includes. How do property taxes work for condos? The same way they would work on a townhouse or a detached single family home. Property taxes are property taxes. The county appraiser is going to send you a bill and you got to pay it. Sometimes if you have a financed option, you can have those rolled in with your payment, but property taxes are property taxes. Do condos ever come furnished? Most of the time they do. I would say 90% of them will convey with furnishings. But again, you're going to have to look at each specific listing and look at the fine print and make sure that it's part of your contract, because it doesn't really matter what's advertised in the MLS. It's all about what's on the contract. So if the listing doesn't say it comes furnished, or if the agent says that it does come furnished, make sure that it's in your offer that you want all the furnishings. Does the price increase with a lower level condo? Most of the time, I will say yes. Floors 1 through 7, maybe to 9, depending on the building, you're going to see a premium for a purchase. Similarly, you're going to see a premium for the top floor or the penthouse level, but all of the floors will rent. So I usually like to advise my customers, if you want a specific floor for a personal reason, and there are some of the reasons I would pick a lower floor is, one, if the elevators break down, you only have a few stair flights to go down. If the elevators are crowded, you only have a few stair flights to climb. If you want to have a good view of the sand on the beach, depending on how close the building is to the Gulf, whether it's across the street, on the Gulf, a lot of those things matter when you're talking about your floor height. You know, if you get up to like level 10 or 12 on a Gulf front building that doesn't have much beach in front of it, you're only going to see the water. And for some people, that's cool. That's all they want. At night, it's just completely pitch black. Some people want to see maybe family members playing in the pool. So they would want to be right above the pool. So maybe that would be like floors 2 to 3, depending on the building. Some buildings start at floor 1, but it's really like level 2 or 3, depending on if there's a parking structure underneath it. And then, of course, you have some people that really just want to be the king of the castle. They want to be at that penthouse level and see over everything. So the demand is higher on a purchase for, like I said, floors 1 through maybe 9. Again, it really varies on the building. And then, of course, the penthouse level. As far as renting, I'll recap that again. Everything rents. If it's just about an investment property, everything rents. If there's any personal enjoyment, think about where you want to be when you are on your vacation or your personal time in your unit. How would it work if we use the condo for 3 months and not the rest of the year? How would it be maintained? Could we rent it out? Absolutely. There are only a handful of buildings that do not allow short-term rentals when we're talking about condos. In fact, I think there's only one that is Gulf front that I can think of that does not allow short-term rentals. And when we say short-term rentals, we typically mean anything less than 6 months. Um, Long-term rentals are 6 months and a day or longer, or a 1-year lease. Short-term rentals would be the way to go if you only plan to be in your unit 3 months out of the year, or really anything less than 6 months. And how would it be maintained? Well, you would have a rental management company, is what I would suggest. And if you're going to have people coming in and out, they're going to clean it after the unit turns, before the next booking, and they check, or they're supposed to check, on things like burned out light bulbs or any damages from anyone that might have used the unit in their last stay. Could we rent it out? Yes, and I highly recommend that you do that. It makes the most sense. Have somebody else help you pay your mortgage on the place if you're not going to use it full time. On that, rental managers, there's some at the low end, again, depending on the building, might be at 10%. I've seen rental managers that go up to 25% of your gross rentals as their fee. It really just depends on what you're getting with it. So when you're interviewing different rental managers, ask them what they provide for their fee, because some of the ones that are cheaper may not include the ones that are more expensive, all the way, up at that 25% mark. I would say a good average is somewhere between 18 to 20%. More common to find more people doing short-term rental management at 20%. What do you suggest for financing? Great question. I'm going to pause there for a second, because as of December of 2020, I forgot the exact date, um, all of the condos that allow short-term rentals no longer qualify for conventional products. It's a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guideline where they're non-warrantable anymore because they allow short-term rentals in those buildings. So what does that leave you with? That leaves you with portfolio loans or a cash. You could also do a HELOC, but I'm going to let you deal with your lender on that, because cash out on your primary residence, they usually have some pretty strict criteria on what they will allow you to pull cash out for. So the more popular option is a portfolio loan, and it really depends on the lender. But what is popular and what we're seeing is 20 to 25% required down payment, a little bit higher interest rate. So I would figure a point to maybe up to 2 points higher than what your mortgage rate would be on a primary residence. So if, again, check the date on the video. If you're thinking that you're going to get a 3% interest rate on a 30-year fixed for a Gulf front vacation home, second home, or an investment property, I hate to disappoint you, but it's probably going to be closer to 4.5, 4.75, maybe even 5%. Again, depending on your qualifications, but the loan products that will work with condos that allow short-term rentals are going to be a little bit more expensive, because the lender feels that it's a greater risk, and truthfully, it is. By the way, we can recommend a few great local lenders. If you have a great relationship with your own bank, that's fine. Just make sure you ask them, do you have any loan products for non-warrantable condo hotels? And that right away will save you a lot of time and headache if you're thinking that you're going to go, with an online big box mortgage broker. I'm not mentioning any names. Do you suggest someone local, or would we finance through you? Coldwell Banker does not provide any financing. However, we do have partners that we can recommend you to, and we do not benefit through the ones that we recommend in any monetary way. We just know that they can handle your file. How much will we need for a down payment? I think we covered that. 20 to 25% down is popular in the loan products we're seeing right about now. And why do some listings have property taxes listed and others don't? Great question. If one of the other viewers on our channel wants to leave a comment below, I'm not positive, but one thing is for sure, property taxes are something you cannot escape. So everyone has to pay property tax. And You know what? This was all the questions this person had so far, but if you have any of your own, if you're thinking about buying a condo in Panama City Beach or in the Bay County area, and you have some questions that you want answered that I didn't cover, go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you guys to see what is on your mind. And if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up because it really does help us in the search rankings to be able to have this video serve to more people that it's a good fit for. And if you want to see more property tours, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys watching, and we will catch you on the next one. As always, if you have property you need to buy or sell in the Bay County area, Panama City Beach, Florida, our contact information is below. And I'll catch you on the next one. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay positive. I need a lime now after all that talking.